Timeless reading for Taurus, starting with the card Sword, followed by Jester, Knight, Sun, King, and Queen. So you have a lot of people here in your reading: the Knight, the King, the Queen, and the Jester. And I feel like in your reading, all of them come up in a very positive way. They can also come up in negative ways, all of them, but in your reading, it feels like an harmonious, supportive team around you. This could either be your family or friends of yours, or colleagues or bosses, like different kind of bosses. Like one person is the leader of this department, and above this person there's a leader of a more complex department, and the leader of all leaders is the king. Even though in my opinion it could be the queen as well, but this is a medieval tarot, so according to that the queen is unfortunately below the king. That's how it was in the Middle Age. So the king is the number one boss. Nowadays it can be reversed, but yeah, here in this reading the king card represents the highest boss, and the queen could be the some kind of vice president. But nowadays, as I said, the roles can be reversed. So the king card can represent the female boss if she has the highest position. And the queen card, of course, can represent a man in your life who is in some kind of second highest position. In the beginning of your reading, I can see that there is a success. The sword, the way I painted it, it's in this Excalibur style. So actually it stands for individuality, for an individual task that only one person can solve. So to speak, it's some kind of destiny. So there's something that you are achieving here, something is working out for you, someone is congratulating you or handing over a prize or certification, something like that, because you managed to solve this task that was either tailored for you or that felt like it was tailored for you. To you it is destiny, and I feel like this is what the reading is confirming here as well. There is some kind of destiny in this situation. It was meant for you to work out. You might have trained hard for it. For a few of you it could even be some kind of physical test. For others it's some kind of intellectual task or test. But for many, I feel like it could be physical, like passing some kind of sports test, if you want to join the army or whatever, or police or fire department. But of course, it's not for everyone. You take it as it is suitable for your situation. And this jester person is a friendly guy, could be someone who is very funny, very easygoing, still very professional, very competent, but they are not very serious about themselves. They can also take a joke about themselves. I feel like this is someone who likes to encourage and support younger people. And this is someone either who is letting you pass through the first level of a task. This could be something that has several levels, or it has only one main test, but the result somehow has to be approved by several people. There are so many people here. So the jester is either the person who is just giving the good news to you, congratulating you, handing something over, or it is the first judge in this situation and saying, yeah, in my opinion, you completely passed this test, so now I'm gonna guide you towards the knight, and the knight maybe is someone who has also trained very hard. Also, the knight is an energy that makes me feel like, yeah, this could be truly about something physical, because knights also have to train their bodies a lot, or they had to train their bodies back then during those medieval times. But it's just also representing discipline, and it's not enough that the knight is only strong. If he wants to survive in a very dangerous situation, he also has to be very smart and think very fast. So even if this is something physical, there is an intellectual component to it as well. The knight is someone who just recently also passed this test. The knight could be a person that is your age. The jester could be someone who's a little bit older than you. The knight could be someone who has like 1 or 2 years of experience in something that you are aiming at, like passing a test for something. The knight could be someone who's becoming your tutor. He's not entirely the boss in a situation, but he is someone who is on a level that you want to achieve. Like you want to train to become a knight, but you first had to pass the test. The knight could also be a brother. He could also just be, or a sister. It doesn't necessarily have to be a man, but for most of you, I feel like it is. And yeah, it could be a brother or a friend of yours who already has passed this test that you just passed, or will pass soon, like 1 or 2 years ago. So this person is doing something that you want to do, but they are a little bit more experienced, and they are very happy that you passed this, and they are very willing to help you learn and train for whatever it is. We have the Sun card next. So this is coming up in a positive way. The Sun is not always positive, but most times it is. It radiates a lot of power, a lot of intense energy. It is self-satisfaction and happiness. It is healthy kind of self-satisfaction. There's also something in this card that I'm sensing about just getting up the next morning. It's like maybe the day that you achieve something here or pass some test here, whatever the situation is exactly about for you, during the day you might still be a little bit in some kind of shock, not knowing, a positive kind of shock, not knowing what to do next, so what's coming now. And you might not even realize, maybe you have trained and learned for several months or years to pass this, to achieve this, and after passing it you're just tired, and you're still in that mode of I have to learn a lot, I have to do a lot to achieve this, still not realizing you already have achieved this. And then you will fall asleep and wake up the next day suddenly feeling this burst of very positive energy. And moving further to the King and Queen, could be your parents, but could, as I said, it could be something related to this test here. That's what I feel is like more likely the case. That there is some super boss of some kind of institution, company, whatever this is, or university, could be anything. And this highest leader of this space here is approving something the next day. Like, you know, you already passed, but somehow there is some kind of bureaucratical stuff that still has to be confirmed and approved, and this person will then approve and confirm everything. So will the second person. Like, they are some kind of team. They are the two highest people, the highest positioned people in the team, and they will approve of something. There is also a lot of emotional encouragement that I'm feeling here. And as I said, these two people, they could be your parents. They could be very proud. Even if you are a little bit older, let's say you are 53 or something like that, and you have been working in some kind of professional field for several years or decades, and now you learn something on top of that, or you changed your career and you learned something new because you didn't like your old career anymore. If your parents are still alive, of course, it's not only for the youngest of us. They can also be proud of you, congratulate you. So you don't have to feel left out, and I'm only talking to teenagers here who pass some kind of test, or people who are 23 or something. This could be for anyone here. I feel like there's something more about the king and the queen. Actually, I want to put this aside a little bit and just look at the people. There's something about this team here that still makes me feel like, for most of you, this is your professional environment, or your new professional environment. These are the people who tested you, who let you pass the test, who will soon teach you how to work this job, and who hire you and support you. And I feel like this group is very harmonious. Like, they all get along with each other. The two bosses could even be a couple, but they are a balanced couple. They are not some kind of, annoying couple that always argues and all this stuff. Like, they are quite balanced. There's a lot of harmony in this team. And all of them are very warm, embracing you, welcoming you. I feel like they all have at the bottom of their heart this feeling that you are the absolute right person for their team, and they are really looking forward for you to join them. And it's very sincere. This is a very nice energy here. At the bottom of the deck we have the Moon card, and it speaks of femininity, of motherhood, or feeling motherly. And it does not have to mean that there's something about childbirth, literally about babies, or you becoming a mother or father of a baby. It is just more likely here in your case a metaphor of your own femininity, and doesn't matter if you are a man or a woman. This is about your own feminine qualities, your motherly qualities, and also the motherly qualities of this team. I feel like all of them have, even if all of them are men, they will all treat you a little bit like they are your mother. They will take care of you, they will explain everything to you, they will be very patient with you, and they will make sure that you feel comfortable in this new position. Yeah, they would just be supportive. The other vibe this moon card is giving me is that there is a spiritual meaning behind all that. I already said it with this sword card. It's an individual task that was suited for you. Only you could solve this task, and it's a part of your destiny. And it will bring a lot of peace to you. There's also something about your intuition, your spiritual intuition, that is going to approve. Because you might not in the beginning even have felt sure about if this is the right thing. Like it was something that you wanted to achieve, but you weren't sure if in the long term it would be the right decision. But meeting this team will somehow make you feel more secure and more trusting, like, yeah, it was absolutely the right choice to change my career path, to learn something new, or to, if you are very young and this is the first thing that you have learned, then you will just have this feeling in your guts that it is right for you. Okay, so that's a very nice reading. Thank you for watching.